Hello and welcome back to Factorio. So, before we get on with the other stuff... Ooh, entities being destroyed. Oh, okay, it's just some old gun turrets and stuff that I left out in the middle of nowhere. Ooh, look. These... I'm pretty certain that that alien base did not used to be there. They're definitely creeping up on stuff, but hopefully we'll be dealing with that soon. Yes, there's a problem with this outpost and with this building train, and that is that, if you remember this thing here, this thing was supposed to take 50 logistics robots and 50 construction robots, and that was it. And it was supposed to include the robots which it had made part of the network by putting them in the roboport. But as you can see, this roboport is just stuffed full of construction robots, and these robots have nowhere to go. They're just like stuck there, hanging around. That's because there was actually something missing that I haven't done. In my defense, it wasn't actually mentioned in the tutorial video. It's like a comment on the video by the original by Catherine Sky saying you also have to do this thing. If you remember, we added a red wire going from here into the input for the constant combinator, but in order for it to work, first you have to tick read robot statistics, and then you actually have to change the symbols on this. This is similar to something I tried to do earlier. Maybe me trying to do that earlier was like a vague memory that this was the thing that was needed. So total logistics robots needs to be that, and total construction bots needs to be that, and that I think will work. If we look here, why is this still requesting? Oh yeah, no, it's over here. We look, isn't it? If you go to the green wire, I'm going to stop the train here. Actually, please stay still for a bit. We are looking for... Yes, okay, so you can see there that the number of logistics robots is negative 281, and the number of construction robots is negative 891. We have pulled an awful lot of robots from the base, because, of course, it just kept unloading them from here, and then kept reloading them. You know, and then this train would go back to the base and get more, and then come back and then release more. So, yeah, it's a problem. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to turn off my logistics, because I don't want the robots to react to what it is I'm about to do. I need to get all of these robots out of here. So to do that, I will put them in the trash car, so they'll end up back at the base. Go away, go away. And again, I'm just going to take them all out. There's just all these robots that are just have been stuck with nowhere to go. You go away as well. I also have to empty the robots from these chests, if there are any. There probably aren't, because they've probably been placed into the roboport. Yeah, these chests appear to be empty, so I just need to get rid of these remaining ones. Right, so if I mouse over this available number of available robots, 250, construction 450. Ah, of course, there's more than that one roboport, isn't there? Oh, these are all just completely stuffed full of them. So I'm going to have to update the blueprint after I do this. Can I? No, I can't grab any more than that. Thank you, robots. Let's get rid of all them. We need to grab every robot out of this system. Now, the moment I grab these last ones, this actually might start taking them from the train, but hopefully it will limit it to the 50 that's supposed to be there. So, let's find out. Are we going to see? Yeah, okay, so there's it moving. Question is, will it stop when it reaches about 50? It's reached 64 on both of them and has stopped. And that's probably just like a bit of a delay. Maybe I should override the stack size on this. Because like these are grabbing 2 at a time. But no, I mean, it's close enough. If we mouse over now over the green poles, we were at -14 on them both, and it's not overloading the system with them, which is the important thing. So once again, get rid of all them. I want a stack of construction robots on me. I need to update the blueprint. Blueprint book, building train, building outpost, and then there's new content for the blueprint. There's a signal there, there's its power pole. Let's grab this, get as little extra as we can. I'm actually going to go forwards a little bit because I want to make sure I get the signal. There we go. Right. I do not need the solid fuel. Why is there solid fuel there? So we'll right-hand click that. We don't need the wall. We don't need the gates. We don't need the laser. We want the roboport. We want the rail signals. And everything else. We don't want the train at all. So get rid of the cargo wagons and the train itself. So I'm right-hand clicking those and that gets rid of them. So now looking at the image, I think I've gotten rid of everything extraneous. So we will save that blueprint. Right. So when we go back to the base, these should all recycle. Although I've not fully done the recycling on the robots yet. So let's get in here. As you can see, the building train station is now turned off, saying it's perfectly happy. So let's go back to the base. So as an experiment in recycling, I have set all of the chests in my personal stuff mall to be the buffer chests, and they're all requesting at least as much of their content. Some extras may get manufactured, like, you know, if the bots take some out, some extras will get manufactured while the robots are flying over with the new stuff. But I think in general, you know, it'll work. I'm hoping it will work. One thing I definitely need to work on, though, is the base robots themselves, because the way it was being controlled obviously was not working. Maybe I've learnt a little bit more about how the control stuff works. So if we go to where the robots are being made. Right, so here again, we want to buffer chest this, I think. Buffer chest, we're going to buffer chest that, and that. Anything else we're manufacturing in this area? Yeah, there's all these things as well. Right, so let's just see if we can work out these ones on camera. Because if you look at the base statistics, we've got 479 logistics robots, 502 construction robots, and that should be like the entire base. Logistics network. Yeah, this is like one continuous orange, so that should be the statistics for the whole thing. And well, these things are, you know, it looks like they were supposed to go to 500 and then stop. Except this one, okay, there you go. Construction was supposed to go to that. Okay, I don't think we want to read the logistics content network. And we maybe want to base it on available robots. It's like if, you know, if we say there should always be a certain number of robots available, then if we give a job that keeps all the current robots busy, more robots will get put in. So if we leave the available at X for logistics robots, which is these guys. So I'm going to untick that. Available logistics robots X. So we'll say if X is, let's say 750. Which currently it is, and they're not moving, but that could be the thing that I discovered where I have to do this, except you can't put a letter in here. How do I do this? Looks like we're getting attacks on the edge of the base here. But our gun turrets are managing to hold them off at the moment. Right, I'm going to investigate this because I need to work out how to do this. Okay, I've got both of these ports wired into here with red wires. And if I mouse over that, the interesting thing there is it shows that C has a value of 1,000. And L has a value of 958. And it's like, where is that coming from? And I'm wondering if it's because I've got two roboports here. So they're both empty. I'm going to remove that one. I'm actually going to remove that. Now, will a roboport in the current position? No, so I'm going to have to move one of these out of position a bit. So let's Control X them, and we will move them up to there. Pop that down and set this to, what is it you're making? You are making logistics robots. So I want spare logistics robots to go here. Let's say up to 200 spare logistics robots should go there, and spare construction robots are supposed to go here. Which I think is more than I've got the chest set to. Actually, that is set to 200. Let's go a little more. Let's turn turn my logistics on, that way my trash slots start working properly. Okay, so now I should be able to pop that down there and use red wire to do that. Right, so which conditions do I want? Read robot statistics. Let's go with total. So that's Y on logistics. And T on construction. Right, and I am actually going to now run this wire again to this pole so I can see the output. There we go. Now we actually have figures that make sense. So I think the problem was I had two roboports and I had an actual red wire connecting them all together, so it was actually doubling up on all the stats. So now I can say, well, I'm once again confused because I'm saying here that I want 1,000 construction robots. Signal T, construction robots. Turn on if less than 1,000. So why have you stopped? I tried looking up how to get this to work and I couldn't find anything on it. I'm genuinely stumped. Total number of construction robots, 652. If T is less than 1,000. Total construction robots. Okay, this could be the problem here again of this getting stuffed. Yeah, obviously it's not going to swing because this is stuffed. So if I just took out some construction robots, yeah, they both want to swing, but they can't. Is there any way like you can tell these guys to bog off? Like, I want a roboport here just to feed stuff in. Interesting. Okay, you want to be roboports. Let's just say it's like 100. Actually, no, 50. So long as it's more than the chest is set to hold. And then, of course, I have to undo the chest. And I've got to do a green wire. I mean, a red wire on this. This is what I was doing before. I just have sort of forgotten. Enable condition. If roboports less than 20, then I want you to swing. Yep, that appears to work. But then the network says, well, you've got too many. It took the ones from me, threw them in here, and it's now less than the amount again. So I've got to do that on all of these and on these chests as well, so I don't do unnecessary construction. Okay, so I got those chests all set up, and I've done the same for explosives, grenades and stuff. Solar panels, accumulators, lasers and so on. So again, any spare lasers which are in storage will go to the places of manufacture to prevent excessive manufacture. Now, this is the low density structure, and this stuff is quite expensive, and last I checked I think we've got quite a lot in storage. So something's been damaged. Let's check what it is. again, it's just some old gun turrets and stuff that I've placed there. It looks like they're still fighting away, the last few things. Incidentally, if you look on my map, if I get rid of the pollution, these red circles here, these are the current location of gun turrets. See, turret coverage. So we're pretty well defended down there. We've got maybe a bit of a gap here to the south of oil processing, but I'm assuming anything that's going on here is going to find its way up here before it becomes too much of an issue. Let's turn on that and come back here. Okay, all right, so low density structures. I think I have a load in my system, so we don't need buffer chests for this. I think we can just go with passive provider chests. I'm going to place 2 of them down. No, not passive provider, requesters. Requester chests. There we go. And you're going to request the low density structures. Let's say we'll request 100 there and 100 there. And then we will just put them on this belt. Stack inserters. The idea being is that they will fill the belt up behind all this manufacture, flow down, and they should block fresh stuff being made. So there is a lot of other stuff I need to recycle. How can I tell what's in the storage network at the moment? If I throw down a storage chest here, this is a reasonable place for them, you know, for there to be some random bot storage. Obviously, some of that is stuff that's supposed to be in chests, but a lot of it is stuff that isn't, like gears. Gears, the stone. Iron. There's a lot of iron just sort of floating about. So I'm going to see what I can do about recycling as much of this stuff as possible. We'll start with the easiest one, which is I'm assuming I've got a load of science that's ended up in my storage system. In fact, I've got a load of science that's on me, which it shouldn't be there. So first thing we'll do is we'll add a trash request for all science colours. Nope, no, I'm clicking up here. So please take this stuff away from me, because it's doing no one any good sat in my inventory. Right, there we go. And the easiest thing to do is, again, we'll just place a request chest here, and we will put in a request for all the science types. We'll just go with the default single stack. Means I can double click, it becomes easier. Those will all end up there, and a stack inserter will throw them into there. He's currently full, but once he starts doing science, he should get them mainly from there. So we have an iron plate now recycling onto the end of one of our iron plate smelting lines, and obviously I will do the same for steel and copper and any of those other little bits like gears and so on. Basically the idea is if ever I've picked up a belt or a machine or my own stuff and I end up with stuff in my inventory, we want to make sure that it all gets recycled. Like any spare bricks can be fed in down here. I was also feeding spare stone in here. I'm actually going to move this to the side slightly, so I've got room for a bit of a stone dump as well. Got to be careful though. Ooh, okay, I'll work this out. I've got all the recycling done. Mostly what I did is like at the end of wherever I was manufacturing something, of course I picked an example where I'm not, here we go. Like at the end of batteries, I've got 2 chests requesting batteries, putting them on the belt. At the end of reds, I've got 2 boxes doing that. Wherever I'm making the blues, again, just making sure that I'm recycling all this expensive stuff. So the enemy are getting more and more aggressive, and I need to do something about that. And I think the things I need to do about that are build my artillery and my artillery train, and upgrade my suit to the next level. So if we start with my suit, I think we want to invent the Power Armor Mark II, which I think is something we can research. And then there's probably some stuff for the suit I can invent as well. Discharge defense is not that good. That is just laser turret shooting speed and energy weapon damage, which I think will help. So let's do that and that next. And then we'll speed up our research. And then anything sort of with a reasonable price, just to sort of fill out the stuff. Worker robot cargo size, that's good. Basically means our bots can carry more stuff. Nuclear fuel reprocessing. We are going to be going for the nuclear stuff at some point. Right, so we're trying to invent the Power Armor Mark II. In the meantime, we want to make ourselves the stuff we need for artillery.